Most people spend their entire life generating linear income. This is where there's a direct relationship between the number of hours that we work and the amount of money that we generate. So if we're employed, we're most likely generating linear income because we're trading our time for money. Wealthy people, on the other hand, generate something known as leveraged income. This is where the amount of time we spend working on something isn't directly related to the amount of money that we earn. Instead, our income is multiplied by leveraging certain resources such as people or systems or investments or whatever it may be, and letting those things work for us without us having to do much. And so this is what most people mean when they talk about making passive income. But the truth is that a fully passive income doesn't really exist. Like, there's no big income generating machine that we can build and then we just hit a big green button and then the money starts rolling in. Like, that doesn't happen. For example, even if you write a book or build an app, often the hard work has just begun. Like, you'll still need to market the thing and maintain it in some way, and that's assuming that you did the initial research to ensure there's like genuine product market fit. But having said that, there are ways for us to optimize our income streams to make them as passive as possible with varying levels of difficulty. So let's now look at the 5 core ways that we can make money online passively and how difficult each of them are to set up and run using my passive income evaluation framework. This looks at firstly the time investment, so how much time does this passive income stream require from us initially? Secondly, the financial investment, so how much starting and ongoing capital does the passive income stream require? And thirdly, the ease of earning, so how easy is it for us to hit $100 per month from the passive income stream, which I think for most people would be a pretty decent milestone to hit. So the first passive income stream is investing, which is probably the easiest way for anyone to begin making passive income online. Obviously, this is a pretty broad topic, and I'll probably make a separate video on this at some point in the future, so let's just focus on stocks and shares for now. Investing in stocks and shares is one of the most traditional ways to build wealth and earn passive income. By purchasing stock, you're essentially just buying a very small part of a company. So if the company grows and becomes more valuable, then so does your share of it. And then if you later decide to sell your particular share, then you're going to earn a capital gain. A common piece of advice for new investors is to invest in something known as an index fund, which is a type of investment which tracks a group of stocks, like the S&P 500, which tracks the stock performance of 500 large US companies such as Facebook, Apple, and so on. So when you invest in an index fund, you're essentially buying a tiny piece of multiple different companies. So if one company performs poorly, that's not going to really affect the overall performance of your investment. Plus, these sorts of investments have had historically reliable long-term returns. So if you're looking to make pretty steady passive income without having to monitor things too much, then this is a pretty good place to start. One thing worth noting is that sometimes when you invest in a stock, it will pay out something known as a dividend. In short, dividends are a sort of portion or a small percentage of a company's earnings that are paid out to shareholders, typically on a quarterly basis. So if you own shares in a dividend-paying company, then you're going to get some amount of money on a regular basis simply for holding that stock. For example, let's say a company pays out $1 per share and you own 100 shares in that company, then you're going to get paid $100 every time that company pays a dividend. So how much time does this passive income stream require for us to start it? Honestly, not a lot. So I'm going to give this a 1 out of 5 rating. All you need to do is to sign up to something like Wealthify or Freetrade if you're in the UK, or Webull if you're in the US, and you can pretty much start investing in index funds straight away. Plus, these sorts of things can be quite easily automated, so you can be very, very hands-off if you want to. When it comes to the money, investing in index funds and dividend stocks does require some amount of initial capital and ongoing capital, but it's really up to you how much you decide to invest in these things, which is why I'm also going to give this a 1 out of 5 rating. You can start with as little as $50 to $100 depending on the platform and the fund, so it's super accessible for most people. And earning $100 per month from investments and dividends is actually quite achievable, but of course it does depend on the amount of money that you've invested and also the market conditions. For example, if you're targeting a typical annual return of 7%, you would need a fair amount of money invested, around $17,000 I think, to earn $100 per month or $1,200 in annual income straight away. So the difficulty of earning $100 per month from investing really does depend on how easy or hard it is for you to invest $5, $10, $15,000+ into the stock market. So I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 rating. The second passive income stream is to become a content creator, like a YouTuber, a podcaster, a blogger, or something like that. Now, a lot of people think that only a small, tiny fraction of very lucky people can make any meaningful amount of money from being a content creator, but that's not entirely true. If you create content that is genuinely valuable and you pick a niche that you are actually passionate about, then you're going to start growing a dedicated following quite quickly, which is going to generate a decent amount of passive income regardless of what content you decide to create. For example, even my YouTube channel, which really isn't that big in the grand scheme of things. It's earning around $60 per month with just 10,000 subscribers. And I know plenty of other creators with far fewer subscribers who are earning way more than me. So it's definitely a very viable way to earn passive income. And this will just continue compounding over time because content I created many months or years ago will continue generating revenue long after I made it. So how much time does it take to kickstart this passive income stream? Well, to actually get things off the ground and started, it really doesn't take that much time at all. Like, if you wanted to start a YouTube channel, you could literally create an account in 5 minutes, you could pick up your phone and record a video, then upload it to YouTube straight away and have your first video out there within half an hour. So I'm going to give the initial time commitment a 1 out of 5 rating. You also don't need that much money, if anything, to get started. Sure, you could buy all the latest equipment and you could watch all the most recent courses on how to start a YouTube channel and grow your blog and things like that, but you definitely don't have to. All you really need is a laptop or even just a phone to get started. In fact, I'd go as far as saying that it's better to not invest that much money when you first start out. Like, you'll learn so much more about what works and what doesn't work and what you find enjoyable by just starting out with what you have. So again, I'm going to give this a 1 out of 5 rating. But while starting out is pretty pain-free, it takes quite a bit of effort to start earning $100 per month. For example, if you were to start a YouTube channel today, you would need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in the past 12 months to even begin earning money on the platform. For instance, it took me 26 videos in 18 months to reach this point. And then if we take an average RPM of around $2, which is the amount of money that will generate per 1,000 views, we'd need to be getting 50,000 views per month, which I still haven't got myself, to begin earning $100 per month. This might sound very doable, but it's actually surprisingly difficult because you have to post consistently on the platform and ensure each piece of content you put out there is high quality and super engaging too. So I'm going to give this a rating of 4 out of 5. The next passive income stream involves building and selling a digital product like an ebook, an online course, a wallpaper, or some other downloadable like a PDF or a Notion template and stuff like that. For example, I built an ebook for my website called Digestible Notes, which probably took me about a day or maybe 2 days to put together, and it now consistently brings me in around $90 to $100 per month without me having to do anything. Another thing you can do is to create a course and market it on something like Udemy or Skillshare, which can be very profitable. For instance, as part of my day job where I build products and market them for some of the world's biggest creators, I built a series of courses on Skillshare for one particular creator and helped them to generate over $50,000 per month. So it can be very profitable. But there's generally so many different types of digital products you could make. For example, I know someone who made about $100,000 in a week by selling a $28 icon set. I know someone else who made about $1 million, I think, selling website themes, and another person who generates around $500,000 a week from selling Notion templates. So it's super profitable, and all of these things are digital products that they built once and sold multiple times entirely passively. So the time commitment for digital products can vary depending on the product that you're creating and also your particular skill set. For instance, a simple product like an ebook may only take a day or 2 to create, whereas more complex products like website themes or courses may take a lot longer. But the great thing is that once the product is created, it takes very little time to maintain, and you can automate the whole process using platforms like Shopify or WooCommerce or something like that. So I'm going to give the time commitment a rating of 3 out of 5 stars. Another great thing about digital products is that there's pretty much zero overheads. Since you're selling a digital good, you don't need to worry about physical storage, inventory management, shipping costs, and stuff like that, which are usually the most significant costs in a traditional business. Sure, you might have to spend some money on the initial tools or the software to actually build the product in the first place, and you might need to pay a hosting fee if you're selling this thing on your own website, but beyond that, there really isn't that much money that you need to spend. So I'm going to give this a rating of 2 out of 5 stars. Finally, the ease of earning $100 per month. Now, some people do find hitting this target quite easy, especially if they're using platforms like Udemy, Etsy, or Gumroad to sell their products. But the truth is that standing out in a saturated market can be quite challenging. You need some degree of originality, marketing savvy, and creativity in order to get this amount of money. So it is quite a tough thing to do, which is why I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 star rating. Alright, so the penultimate passive income stream is affiliate income. And this is where you promote another company's products or services and you earn a commission on the sales generated from your referrals. For example, Amazon have an affiliate scheme where if you link to any of their products and someone clicks on that link and then purchases the product, then you're going to earn a percentage of the sale. And apparently around 35% of affiliates earn over $35,000 per year, so it can be a very lucrative thing to do as long as you're getting enough link clicks on your particular referral links. The The great thing about earning affiliate income is that it's incredibly easy to get going. Like, there are thousands of big companies out there that offer some kind of affiliate scheme, like Amazon or Shopify or Target, and there's also websites like impact.com where you can see thousands more affiliate schemes out there which are really simple to sign up to. So I'm going to score this 2 out of 5 stars. There's also zero upfront investment. Like, you don't have to create a product or anything, you're just leveraging the product or service of the existing company. There's no initial investment required, and the only investment you have to make is the time and energy in promoting the product itself. So I'm going to give this a rating of 1 out of 5 stars. But while setting things up may be relatively quick and cheap, the real investment comes from the content creation and audience building side of things. Like, the most successful affiliates spend a considerable amount of time making engaging and informative content that helps them to build and retain an audience, which allows them to drive traffic to the referral links that they're promoting. For example, let's say that you're promoting a $20 product that earns a 5% commission. That means that you're going to earn $1 for every purchase made through your referral link. So if you want to earn $100 per month, you need to make 100 sales. But if we take an average conversion rate of around 1%, which is the percentage of people who are going to purchase a product after clicking on your referral link, that means that we need to drive 10,000 people to the link if we're going to make those 100 sales per month. So you can probably see why this is pretty tough, because you don't just want to drive a high volume of traffic, but you also want to make sure the right people are clicking on the link, i.e. people who are actually interested and willing to buy the thing that you're promoting. So I'm going to give this a rating of 4 out of 5 stars. The final passive income stream then is setting up an automated business. This means setting up a business that runs with minimal ongoing intervention from you. Think of a dropshipping store, for instance, where you manage the platform and the customer interactions, whereas a third party handles the inventory and the shipping. Or you might develop some piece of software or an app which users can download and use, but requires very little support and maintenance. One great example of someone who's automated their business is Pat Flynn of Smart Passive Income, who I spoke to a few weeks ago. And he's systematized several aspects of his business, including the content creation side of things and the affiliate marketing side of things, meaning he can earn passive income without really having to do much, and it also frees himself up to do more high leverage things like thinking about the strategy of his business. Another example is Olia, who built a $1 million Shopify store selling these really cool vegan leather products, and while it took a fair amount of effort and time and energy to initially set this thing up, it now generates a very healthy amount of money every single month, but everything is handled by his team, so he doesn't really have to think about it at all, and he can just focus on other stuff he wants to do. The initial time investment for an automated business is pretty big. Like, you need to plan the business model, you need to think about the processes, you often need to develop software or some other systems to ensure everything can work without you. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 rating. The financial investment for an automated business, on the other hand, can vary quite a lot depending on the type of product or business that you want to create. For example, if you want to create a dropshipping business, then that's probably going to require less capital than if you want to develop a super complex software product. But initial costs often also involve setup fees, platform or software costs, and you very often have to hire people, whether full-time or freelancers, to manage operations and customer care. So I'm going to rate this 4 out of 5 stars. And finally, how easy is it for us to begin earning $100 per month from our automated business? Well, again, it's not really the most straightforward thing for us to do, because not only do we need to build a really good product, but we also need to make sure that thing is marketed well and we have good product market fit, but we also need to make sure that a product functions really, really well without any input from us too. So I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 stars too. Alrighty, so that just about wraps things up. I'm going to put all of the passive income streams and their ratings on the screen right now so you can compare them all, but it's also really important to keep in mind that none of these things are get-rich-quick schemes that require zero time, energy or effort to get working. Having said that, if you're patient and you put in the work up front, there's absolutely no reason why you can't start generating a pretty healthy amount of passive income without directly trading your time for money.